So tell me a little bit about you guys. What do you do? What is your goal from our system? And I'll try to navigate our platform for your needs and not just go step by step. It will save us time and be more to the point.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we're an electrical contractor. We have about 15 employees in the field. We have 3 admins in the office. We started, doing larger projects, but we're moving into more of we're enlarging our service division. So we're putting more trucks, we're dispatching more trucks to do some service calls. Um, and what we're looking for is a fleet management solution where we can get information from the office to the technicians in the field, hopefully through an app. They can download the information, or tickets, get sign-offs, upload photos back to us. We're also looking for there to be some time clock software in an app where the guys can clock in and out during the day when they start their shift and when they end their shift. And we're looking for a calendar where we can see where all the trucks are at that day and where we anticipate them being in the near future.
Okay. Okay, beautiful. Anything else? Estimate invoices you do from here as well?
Yeah, so we wouldn't be doing estimating from the fleet management solution. That wouldn't be necessary. I mean, it'd be a nice feature. Maybe we get into it, but it would definitely, whatever we use would need to sync and integrate with QuickBooks for invoicing.
Okay, fair enough. So that's kind of it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so thank you for that information. So let me navigate directly to what you're asking me for, so we make our conversation straight to the point. I know that you are in the market to look for more softwares. How is it going so far? Did you found some nice solutions out there?
Yeah, I mean, some of them are nice, some of them are very expensive, and with a lot of features. Some of them are not. Yeah, so we're just kind of shopping around. It seems like everybody has a little bit of what we certain categories, but doesn't fulfill the needs for all the categories. So we're still kind of shopping around.
Okay, I think that our software, from what you described, will fulfill all your needs. I'm gonna show you now everything. Maybe I'm wrong, but I believe I'm right. So let me show you, and then we're gonna be all smarter, and you can ask me questions as we go. Is that okay?
Yeah, you just let us know. Do your thing, and you just let us know when you ready for questions.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So the beginning here, we have settings, we have business profile. In the business profile, I put my details, I put my logo, and I can connect to QuickBooks. I can put my details here, and basically I can integrate to QuickBooks. And then when I go to customers or anywhere, I can import my QuickBooks, all my customers in one shot. And from here, I can, when you do the integration with QuickBooks, let's talk about QuickBooks first of all, because that's important for you guys. The thing that will go back and forth in a real-time mode will be customers, estimates, invoices, and inventory. So in one shot, everything will go back and forth. If you upload new customer here, it will go to QuickBooks. If you put a new customer at QuickBooks, it comes to us. Real-time synchronization. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2 is we create members. Each member can clock in and clock out. So as you asked me before, people need to clock in and out. Here we can see all our employees clocking in and out. I can see where they clock in from, where they clock out from. I have a picture of them. They do a selfie. So if I want to see this guy, how my employee looks like. So you see he's clocking in from his car. And in the end of the week, I see how much money he need to get paid, how many hours he worked. And if I want to see more breakdown, let's say I want to see from the 30th to the from the 25 to the 9, whatever, apply, search. So I can see more breakdown for 2 weeks, for a month, and so forth. And I can get like more report, but this is just a quick overview. So I can see, okay, now it's 3 grand for everyone. I have 2 employees here only, and I can move it from side to side, just so I can see. If I forgot to clock in or out, I can click on that and modify his time or add time. Maybe he forgot to clock in on Tuesday. I can click here and add him for Tuesday. So you can even manipulate that if you want after the fact as an admin. And here again, I can see the total hours. I can see the total amount. I can see where they clock in and out. And I'm saying that this software by itself, just this feature by itself will pay for itself, because we are charging $25 per user per month. So the price is very good. And as you can see here, the guy clocked in at 8:17 and left at 4:52. Actually, he should work from 8 to 5, but as you can see, it doesn't really work from 8 to 5. He works from 8:17 to 4:52. So like here, I already saved 25 minutes. Here, I saved another hour. Here, I saved 2 hours. So in the end of the month, I can see, yes, I already saved like 10 hours for this guy, or 5 hours, 3 hours. If it's already more than an hour or hour and a half, depends how much you pay your employees, the system will pay for itself and even pay you back. You know, not just to pay blindly to your employees. Make sense, or I'm?
It does. Let me just ask one quick question. So this clock in that we're looking at is a clock in and out for the day. Is there another place, or do they clock in and out per job?
They clock
Like if
they clock in and out for the day, and they clock in and out for the job as well.
Okay.
Okay, this is in general, and there is job, and it's very, you can do a lot of different things here. This system will be one of the more robust systems you saw until now, I believe. From my knowledge, again, we're gonna talk about it and go over things, and you tell me what you think, guys. So this is kind of a clock in with time frames. Beside that, we have like salaries, because we have here salaries. This is more, each employee doesn't have to be hourly based. Some people are salary based, some people are job based, I don't know what. So whatever, when you add a member, you can decide if he's an hourly based, salary based, job based, commission based, whatever. You can decide, and then you can open the salaries and see the different structures. This clock-in is just for the hourly based, okay? And beside that, we have a phone system integration. You didn't ask me about that, so I'm not gonna waste your time on that. When a customer calls you to ask for something, you can type here anything, like his name, phone number, address, anything that I can recognize you by. So I type David, and I can see that you're a customer. I can log into your account. I can see all your details, and I can see all the notes. I can see all the jobs, all the plans that I have, maybe sketches or drawings or stuff like that, all the invoices, estimates, electronic documents. If I want to create any reminder, everything I can do on the fly as I go, okay? I don't have to go anywhere special. I can go to the customer and create an estimate or an invoice or a recurring invoice directly from his account.
Okay, so on that note, if a customer sends us a work order that we need to get to the technician, can we in the office upload it to this spot, and then the technician can open it in the field?
Of course, and I will show you how it works.
Okay.
Okay, everything is doable. You need to ask me what is not doable here, David.
I like hearing the yes, we can do it's better.
Yeah, okay. So that's kind of the overview about customers. And again, you can add any kind of combination here of fields, like I told you. And from the fly, like when I look at this table, let's say I want to see the address of the client. So I can click here and I click address, and now I can see the address. Let's say I want to search by something. I want to search by a zip code client. I can type here 78665, let's say, I search, it will show me only the client that have 78665 in their ad. Just I'm showing you, you can really cut and paste and play, manipulate whatever you want. So you decide what you want to do. And each customer, you can do much more things. You can follow up on them with email, SMS, shoot them an SMS that you predefine, send them a greeting about your company details, check us out, here is our YouTube channel, whatever, a quick greeting. You can, every field that you add, you can custom, you can like quick update that field. So if I want to change it to alarm instead of CCTV here. So like I click on that and it will update it on the fly. And you can schedule an appointment, you can add it, you can from here create an estimate or invoice or anything you need. Again, on the go. Maybe if I need to assign this guy to somebody else in my organization, I can click assign and just assign this to a different person to take care of. Maybe an admin in the office or whatever I need, I can do that. Now let's talk about jobs. Jobs is a big thing. Everybody doing jobs on a daily basis. The electricians go, they do the job. So I want to show you jobs. And I'll show you the fleet as well on the way. So let's start with job, okay? Let me ask you something before I show you the job. About jobs, do you do jobs as a one-time deal, or there is sometime you do like maintenance plans that you need to come back in 6 months, 1 year, or something like that? Or that's like a job that you do, you perform, and you finish? How does that work on your end, guys?
Yeah, we don't have any contracts, any maintenance contracts. So all projects are, pretty much one-time deals. We do the work and then we invoice right away.
Okay, beautiful. So number one, as you can see here, I created these kind of folders. So basically, when I create a job, I can just categorize it in a specific name. Maybe, you do breaker box is here. Again, I'm not good in your industry, but for example, you can cut in the separate locations. Maybe you can call this one one location, second location, third. And when you create a job, you can just put it in the right location, just so for your organizational needs. But in general, let's say I create a new job. I want to show you how that will be performed and how actually it comes into play. So let's create a job together. So let's say the job is install breaker box. Again, you take it to your direction. I'm just inventing things as I go. And the name of the client, I type one of my clients. It will find him on the map. I can actually change even the location. So it can be, if you have 2 locations or 10 locations, all of them will come here. If I choose a different location, actually, it will change the map and where my guys need to go. The description is install, let's say, remove old box, install new, whatever. You can make it as long as you want. Job requirements, bring a ladder. I don't know, even though it's obvious, but whatever. The job, when it's going to start, I can say it on the 10th. What time we're going to start, 8 a.m. When we're going to finish this job, let's say on the 10 at 12. Now, if you don't put anything here, it's just going to be an all-day job, right? If you put an hour time frame, so it's going to be like limited to a time. So let's say 8 to 12, I believe I'm going to finish this, remove this old box and put a new one. Arrival window, that's like how much window between 8 a.m. to what time we're going to be at the customer house. So let's say 8 to 9. Job category, and that's like I told you, you can create folders and you can put it in a different folder just for your purposes. Now, if you want, how do you charge today? Do you charge like as you go, like per hourly kind of deal, or based on an existing invoice that you already predefined, or how do we do that?
Well,
It's all, yeah, it's most of our work. We send over proposals, quotations and estimates. And when the work gets completed, we invoice. Some work we do for larger projects is like,
Service.
progressive, billing. But But for the most part, 90% of our work, when it's complete, we send an invoice. It's not really, we don't do much hourly.
Okay, so you can basically base this job on an existing invoice. You can leave it like that. You can say, you know what, I want to base it on an hour, on a fixed price. I don't want this. If you want to create an invoice in the field, like automatically generate an invoice, you can do that. You don't have to.
That'll never happen. The invoices will get created by me in the office.
Okay. I'm just saying, if you want, you can base it on an existing invoice, right?
Awesome.
So we can base it on existing, but I'm just saying in future, if you want. Now, another thing here, you can base this job as a sale and no invoice, meaning I want to quote a job. That job there is no price, obviously. I just want to go and get the price. So you can do sale, no invoice, and that will, you see all the costs getting deleted. It's meaning that there is nothing associated. I just want to dispatch a guy to give a quote, okay? So I can base it on existing invoice. Now, I have another question in this point. Let's say you have different services, right? Let's say you have high voltage, low voltage. Again, I'm not in your field, but do you have like different things that some electrician can do and some cannot do, or everything everybody can do?
I mean, typically, yeah, there might be certain things that some people are better at, but we don't really have, straight divisions like this. Like some people do low voltage and some people do high voltage. It's more of, the quantity of experience. I might have some guys that, 3 years experience. I have some guys that have 6 years experience that might be more knowledgeable, but nothing like divisions in the type of work.
I got you. I'm just saying you can. So here, I guess you're gonna just have electrical. And basically, the reason I'm asking is because you can decide like which member doing what. Like, so if I put here 3 years experience, only the people that are 3 years experience will come here. If I put here, for example, 6 years, this is something that I customize, right? So I can call this 6 years experience, and then only one guy is 6 years experience. So if I need the right person for the more experienced job, I can just choose the right thing that will help me to dispatch the right person. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So again, you don't have to do that. I'm just showing you that it's possible. You can create extra fields here as well. Like I can decide what is the job status, started, in process, completed. Like I can add more and more fields here that fit my industry. Maybe I want to put permit, and then I say send to city, got approved, pending, or whatever, so you can add more fields, so another cool feature we have is called the plans. So you can take sketches, add them to the plan room, and design them, sketch on them, make X's, whatever you need, and add that plan to the job. So then the employee knows how to, like, what exactly you're expecting him to do if it's a big job. Then we have notification option. We can notify the client, and I can notify, this is with an SMS, and I can notify the technician that a new job is assigned to him. And then I click here, save. And right now I added this job. So before we go forward, and I'll show you how I dispatch the job and I open the job as a technician and all that good stuff, I want to show you something nice. So number one, we have a calendar. On the calendar aspect of things, you see I have installed breaker box. You can have here a big list of things. And you can see it on a weekly scale, on a daily scale, on a list view. And that you see, I guess, in a lot of other softwares. But what you don't see is that I can break it per person and see his schedule only, view, and much even more breakdown from that. I can click job schedule here. And here I can see a real breakdown per technician. If it's an all-day job, what he have for the all-day. Again, this is a demo account, so I have a lot of jobs at the same day for the same guy. It doesn't make any sense. But in general, like you're gonna see it like this. This is the client David Schneider, his phone number, install a breaker box, his address, and when I hover, it tell me remove an old box. Now, because this is Joe Schmo, if I assign two people to this job, so instead of just JS here, you're gonna see A, B, D, F, whatever the names of the people. So you know who is assigned, and you're gonna see on their side the square as well, and that time frame, so you can see that kind of breakdown per day, who is doing what. And if you have a lot of people, you're going to be able to drag and drop and see exactly, not drag and drop, you can drag all the calendar from side to side, and you can see each person individually what you have for that day. So maybe you have some window, I can throw at him some service call or something. Does that make sense? Is that something nice about
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I noticed that there's different colored borders around these boxes. What do the colors represent?
Actually, I think it's automatically changing the colors for the different job types. It's just giving a different color, just so you understand that it's different jobs. And there is no real representation. Actually, when I hover them,
Yeah.
it gives me already the job. So there is no real reason for the colors. It's
Got
just
it.
to show the different people have different jobs. So this job is different than that. This job is different than this.
Understood. Okay. So it's just to show that each color is a different job. So if I have the same job on that calendar, would it be the same color, or it's just randomly changes for?
No. If this job is like this job, so it's gonna be the same color, and these two people gonna be on these two people, and the same.
Great.
If I hover, I'm gonna see the same thing here and here. That's the reason of the colors.
Great. Yeah, I like that. Very nice.
Yeah. So not really, no real reason beside like just to understand it's a different thing. It starts having more purpose when you really all the calendars start to be full with things and not like this in demo mode. And then actually it makes sense and help you to break down.
Sure.
Jen, you okay with that? Can I move on?
So far, so good.
Okay. Give me just 1 second, guys. I need to get my phone so I can show you. 1 second. I just want to show you actually on the app side, because not everything is done on the computer.
Yeah, one other question I have for you, David, and more towards going back to the clocking in and clocking out for a particular job. Are we able to get
my phone? Sure. Thank you.
Are we able to get a report? So let's say I have multiple guys on a job for a few weeks, and I want to know at the end of the month how many hours did I spend on this job? Can I pull up a report and see how many hours were spent on that job?
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So let me show you all that good stuff right now. Let me show that. So how do we show that? Good question. Let me do one thing real quick. Sorry, my guy took my phone. So, all right. So this is my phone. I want to show you number one, when I send an SMS. So this is how SMS comes. So for example, the client will get, you have an appointment with a company name on this date between this time to that time. Okay, that will already come automatically. Now I can change that and modify it and make it look nicer. So that's something that you can change in the settings. Now, on the other end, me as a technician, I open the app. Let me open the app. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, so now if I open the jobs, I can see all my jobs here. I see the first job is install breaker box. So I can start the job here. Then here I can see a remove old box, install new one, bring a ladder. If I click here on my way, okay, so you know that, so the client will get a message that we are on the way to your location. If I click reach, it means I'm outside your door. Let me get ready and I'll be with you shortly. Actually, things happen faster on the phone, but until it comes to the computer, it takes a second. Here I have client mobile number. So if I click on this mobile number, it will give me an option to call the client like this. And if I click here, job location, so it will give me a navigation route. In my case, I have 3 navigation tools. I have Apple, Google, and Waze. So if I click, let's say, Waze or Google, it will actually open the Waze app.
Let's go.
Like you see, let's go. And I can just click, go now, and that's it. Now, let's say I already got to the job. I want to start my time. So I can start my time. This is how I track how much time they were on the job. Sorry about that. Start time. So now in this case, beside the fact that the time is ticking here on the top, you see the time is ticking here. Beside that fact, on the bottom, I can see I have option for completed the job or pause the job. So like you say, if I have a job that is for multiple days, in the end of the day, I just pausing the job. Then I come back, I start the job, pause, start, pause. At some point, I complete the job, right? So when I complete the job, I click complete. Every time that I stop, pause, or anything, it will give me an option to take pictures of the job and get signatures if I want. Regardless, when I pause a job or stop a job, I have an option to add additional cost. That is cost that comes on your pocket. It's not something that will add to the customer invoice. If you want later to add something to the invoice, you can. But here is like, if I want to write Home Depot receipt, I bought conduit, whatever, I can put the price $129.30, and I can add a picture of that receipt. So I have track of all my cost in the field. Does that make sense?
Yes.
If I have more cost than this, I can keep adding cost, whatever I want. Then I can submit or skip. In this case, we're gonna skip that. I don't care. And then we have the invoice. We can skip on that. Hello, phone. Okay, now I can take a signature from the client. So the client can sign with his finger like this. And I can write notes, all done, whatever note I want to take. And I can take pictures. So here on the bottom, sorry about my phone, it's slow. So here I can take a picture, use a camera, so I can take a picture of this, for example. Okay, I can click use photo, and then I can add a caption to this. So for example, I can call this breaker box. Okay, and now if I want to add more files, I can click here, add file. So I can keep adding as many files as I want. So if I click on that, actually, it will give me another option to add another picture, another caption, and I can do that as many times as I want to. Let's remove it for now because I don't need that. And then I'm gonna click submit, and the job is done. Now on the back end, if I look at my jobs, I want to see what happened today. So I can click on the report, see the signature, see all done, see breaker box picture. If I need, I can click on that to see the picture. So that's the picture I took. And if I'm gonna have more expenses, I'm gonna see them here. I can see all the route from the beginning to end of each employee. And I can see the time frame, how much time spent on the job. This was a very short job, so it's not related. Then I can download the report for my records if I need that. That will give me a complete breakdown of everything that happened with the extra expense, with everything that happened in the field from the time it started until the time it's completed. And you can see that it started by Joe. So you can see Joe start time, Joe end time, Joe on his way, Joe finished the job. Now ask me anything you want about job related.
My answers got, my questions got answered with what you just showed us, so I'm good on this.
Okay, so you like what you see so far, guys?
It certainly checks off some of the boxes of what we're looking for.
Okay, beautiful. So let's
I-
move on. So you told me.
I do have a question, David, real quick. So I want to, a lot of the jobs that we do are they're for maintenance companies. So we work in different locations for one company, right? So we work for a company, let's say RSM, and they give us a lot of retail stores, Gap, Old Navy, Banana Republic, but they're each in different locations. When we invoice, we know when the guys complete the job, they'll be able to categorize it, and so we'll be able to categorize it in such a way where there's one parent company, our customer RSM, but there could be different locations inside that parent company. Is that correct?
Of course, let me show you that in real time and not just tell you that yes, in theory, and then you come and then you see it's not. So just to show you real quick. So I have a company called RSM, and then I have an address that is 5544, whatever. Okay, doesn't matter now. And then I have another address. So this one gonna be Banana Republic. And that one sits on this street. And then I have another one. Give me another name.
Gap.
Gap. Okay, Gap. And that sits on this address. Whatever, I'm just bullshitting now. And the guy that in RSM that I'm talking to is Maurice, whatever. And his phone number is this one. And his email, I already have a customer with. That shows you how many times I do this phone number. That's fine. So yeah, let's bullshit some email. If it finds out that the system that you're already using this phone number, it will tell you, hey, maybe you want to relate it to a different guy. It's already existing. Are you sure you want to create a new one? And that's why you saw that message. So sorry about that. So, okay, I created this kind of thing. So save and continue. And basically, from here, I can already create a job, but I want to show you. So if I create a job now for Maurice, so I chose that's his main address, but I want to choose Banana Republic. So I click on that, it takes me to Banana Republic location, or to Gap location, or to whatever location that you're gonna add. No problem. Does that answer your question?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so really you can do anything you want. I didn't even show you any customization. This is just basic default things. You can go much more in depth and start really do crazy stuff. So really it's more question of what the system doesn't do, because you can really customize it to a very high degree. So I'm trying just to focus on the things that actually you asked me. So jobs I showed you, clock in and out I showed you, calendar I showed you.
Can we just jump? I'm sorry, David. Can we jump back to the clocking in where they would clock in for just the regular day, not so much a job?
Yeah. So this is the regular clock in and out. You see where they're clocking in from, where they clock out from.
And obviously the technicians will just do that on their app, on their phone.
Again, let me show you instead of telling you. So I click here on the menu. My phone works in a very slow method. I don't know why. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. I don't know why my phone is so, like my phone comes up everything quick, but until it shows you on the screen,
Right.
it takes seconds. So I don't like that. Okay, so here I have clock in option. I can click here, clock in. I need to take a selfie. That's me. Hello. And I can clock in. It will take a second until you're gonna see that on your end. Okay, and I clocked in. So now if I look how that looks like, here, you see the clocking, you see me clocking in, you see?
Okay.
And when I hover, it tells me where I'm clocking in from. Cool?
Yep, so that's them clocking in for the day, and then when they were in the job, where you were showing that we could say we're on our way or whatever,
Yeah,
that's
that
where
will
he would start the time for the job.
exactly.
Oh,
That will be
okay.
even more in depth, that you know exactly when he started the job. So if he clocked in at 8, but he started the job at 11, something is wrong with this guy,
Right.
right? So that's about that. By the way, all this on my way and all that, you can customize it and really, I didn't show you that, but I do want to show you that real quick, just because it's cool as well. No other software is doing that, so I do want to show you that. Yes. Okay, we'll go back to that later. Either way, not that interesting. Now we have map, okay? Map tells me in real time where my employees are, okay? So for example, if I want to check now where I am, I call myself Joe here. So that's me, okay? I can zoom into this Joe location and I can see satellite view and actually see a street view of where this dude is right now in real time, okay? That's real-time tracking. Another thing is a cool feature that a lot of people love. It's called job. So if I click here, you see this green pinpoint here. This is an assigned job that is already assigned. So theoretically, if I look in a bigger scale, jobs that are not assigned, they're gonna be pinpoint red. So theoretically, I can have like 4 jobs here, 4 jobs here. So instead of, because I don't know who to send where, I'm sending, let's say, a guy named Terry from here to there, to there, to there. So I'm just wasting my wheels and my time, and I'm not getting anything done properly. I'm just actually most of the day traveling. So instead, I can basically see these jobs that are not assigned, click on that job, assign it to Terry, assign this job to Terry, assign this job to Terry. So Terry just driving around here and he's done. He doesn't need to drive all over the map like an idiot. Sorry about my French. So this is about like routing and navigation, and that's about real-time tracking. Both of them you can do from the GPS tracking from the map feature. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yep.
Okay. You have any
Yes.
questions about that, or it's kind of cool, or not cool, or whatever you think?
No, that's yeah. I mean, that's pretty typical. I think a lot of the fleet management solutions have, something not like this, but definitely similar. So we're familiar with it.
Oh, okay. So just showing you that make your life easier. So that's about that. Okay, at this point, I think I covered everything you want to know, but I want to add a few things that you didn't ask me about, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I promise it will be to the point. So number one, I can create estimates here. I told you every estimate you create on my side will go to QuickBooks for your accounting purposes. So I can create an estimate here. I put a client that I want to estimate for, or invoice, doesn't matter. And theoretically, the way you work today, if you work with QuickBooks, I'm sure you have line items and you can start typing here, whatever item, electric box, whatever, cable, I don't know what, pulling cable, whatever, oh, I don't know what I click, and so on and so forth, okay? But the problem with this is that all the time I need to remember what I'm trying to build together. Sometimes I forget a line item because I like already used to it so much, so I forgot to add this kind of thing or that kind of thing. I don't know if that happens to you, but it happens to everyone. And instead of that, you can create packages predefined, and you can say, okay, let's say I want an alarm kit or like a breaker box. That's kind of the things that come into breaker box. This labor, box, cable, whatever, labor, I don't know. So you click on that, it auto-populating everything for me with the total price. Maybe I don't need one of that. I need 2 wire runs. I need 3 whatever things. So it will adjust it here. And then I have all this thing together, and the total is 480 in 2 seconds. Maybe I do breaker box, and I do, give me another field, just because I don't want to sound completely not understanding about your field.
That's you, Alex.
Install outlet.
Install
That's
outlet, okay. So I can choose here. So instead of that, let's say this one is install outlet, or this one. So now you see I have 5 line items. I can add another thing. So now I have 10 line items. So now in 2 seconds, I build a $1,300 quote, or it can be $10,000 quote. I don't really need to think about it. It's already going to give me all the items. I will never forget items anymore. Now, let's say, you know what? I forgot something. Beside all that, there is one more thing I need to add here, right here. In this section, I want to add one more thing between these 2 lines. I can click add, and I can say here, for example, Maurice, whatever. And this price is 100, whatever, 122. So now I want to add it. So the way we work, you can hold the line, any line, and you can move it up to wherever you want to. So I want to put it here, let's say, I just drop it. And now I have Maurice here. Like, you can really play with it. You don't need to delete, add a line between the, you can just hold any line, move it to wherever you want, change the prices, and you're done. Everything
now,
is flexible. Yes, sorry, Tom.
So that estimate that you created right here.
Yeah.
In live time is going to be in QuickBooks.
It will be in QuickBooks after I save it, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then can you, at the click of a button, make this estimate of invoice, or do you have to redo the whole thing?
Okay, let me show you now. So let's say I save this. Now I build this quote, right? Before I make it an invoice, I want to show you something cool. Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. So this quote 1447, you sound to me like you are a serious company. And in your email, I see that you have a lot of licenses, New York City, New Jersey, this, that. So you're a serious company, guys. Yeah. I want to show you how I'm going to help you to brand yourself nicely as well. So let's download this to see how we look here. So you can create pages like that, add pages to the front and back of every estimated invoice you're going to send from now on. So now you look like a brochure, like a bank. When you open a bank account, they give you a folder, or when you get an insurance quote, it looks like more serious. So you can put like your logo here, maybe an estimate here, your license numbers here. So they see it coming from a serious company. This quote that I created, you can create up to 30 different designs and that you can template you can choose from, with coloring that you can choose from. I just chose the simplest without any lines, just so it can fit everyone. But you have much more nicer designs than this. Each line item, you can add like images next to it if you like. You can add terms and conditions if you like. And you can really do whatever you want here, date and signature. And then, by the way, we do alarm monitoring and intercom and home theater and this and that, whatever other services you do. So maybe I close the deal with you because you're going to do an outlet for me, but I didn't know that you do all this other stuff. Oh, good to know, guys. So just to show you that you can do this kind of quote that are more nice. And another cool thing is, let's say this price is $14.47. I can click here, set, like payment schedule. So I can set it up and I can say, you know what? I want 50% deposit and I want, upon completion, I want another 50%, or any way that you want to structure that. So when you look at that now, I'm gonna show you like real quick so you understand. So now I added this kind, beside the main quote, I expect to get paid 50% and 50% upon completion. Okay, and then you can add here terms and condition or whatever you want to do. I can show you, you can customize anything you want. And now you ask me a question, how do I convert it to an invoice? Can I do it with the click of a button? Of course. I can click here on this button. It says create an invoice. I click on that. In one click, it became an invoice. I just need to go over it one more time, make sure that all the blah, blah is the right way. I like it, blah, blah, like that. Save and send or save. And that's it. Now you have an invoice.
Great.
So I just thought, sorry that I'm jumping to something else. I thought you're gonna like it. So I do want to show you that. One more cool thing, maybe you have a supplier. So now we already converted it to an invoice. So if we already here, I just gonna show you something real quick and cool. Let's say now this list have like 10 things and I order from some supplier all the time. So Jen, let's say I close with you a deal and that deal need a lot of cables and this and that. Are you going now to Home Depot or you have your supplier that you work and you have relationship with?
We have suppliers.
Okay. The reason I'm asking you is not to get into your pocket, is because you can create suppliers here as well. And then you can create from here, you can create purchase order immediately, give the name of the supplier here, it will find the supplier, and it will give all the prices, purchase price. So this is the prices that you expect to get them for. And I can save and send it to my supplier and I'm done. I don't need to call him now, hey, give me 2 of that, 1 cable, Romex, whatever, 3 outlets, you know. Again, I'm just showing you the concept. So just that's helping you to call and start, you know, wasting your wheels calling and wasting your time on the phone. I don't know if that's helping you. That's just a cool feature I want to show you about that. Real quick, another thing is, let me see your website. Where is your logo here? That's your logo?
That's part of it. Our logo is probably, it's got a lightning bolt in it, but you could use that.
Okay, so what I'm trying to show you here is we have another cool thing here called bookings. So you can, I can basically change that to, let's say, Devon Electric. So if somebody wants to schedule an appointment with me, let's say my logo is blue in your case. Let's do blue. Whatever, I can schedule the time that I'm ready to do service calls for. I can decide what services you can schedule me to do for you, what details I need from you, and then I can save and I can preview that. I can take that, throw it on my website. So I can create a short code, put it on my website, and people can schedule with me appointment. They can come, they can schedule a time frame tomorrow at 10. What service do you want, sir? Alarm. I fill out my information. Then it becomes a lead. From lead, I can convert it to a customer, create an estimate, and move him through a sales funnel. Whatever you want to do from that point, it will go to the calendar that somebody have an appointment. The client will get an SMS. You will get an SMS and an email. So just to synchronize and make everything CRM based, not just all over the place, that go to an email, then you need to take it from there, give it to some other guy, that guy doing something with that. So again, my goal is to synchronize your life, everything into one platform. If you want to create like a contact forms, and not just like that, like I showed you, you can create contact form. If you want, you can create like automation packages. So you can create like different packages that you offer, like electric box installation package. And we do that for you for $2,000. So basically we can create here another button called packages. If they click on that, it will open a page. So I can create my packages like that. Then basically, eventually it will look like that. So I click on packages, then I have different types of package. I can click, I can choose, I can click, fill out my info, and then I actually pay for that. It becomes an order, actually creates a job for me that is not assigned, put it on my calendar, takes a payment 50% from the client, really do everything, complete automation from A to Z. When you finish the job, you send a survey to the customer. The customer actually need to choose from 1 to 10, what do you think about my service? If he choose 8 to 10, it will give him an option to, here I don't have payment integration, so it's just gonna say booked successfully, thank you. We're gonna be in touch with you. But you can connect like payment integration, and then actually it will go to the next step and try to book it for you. So again, this is a complete automation. Maybe you're gonna get more money just automatically, completely, without even calling anyone. If it's a kind of things that are repeating themselves. Again, I understand more about low voltage, so security camera, stuff like that, that I understand more because I'm coming from that field. So I know, for example, that the 4 camera in a residential, the average price is $2,000. I can put 2,200, just create a package like that. So I'm not gonna lose there for sure. And if somebody want to order, you can just click on my packages and just order without even calling, nothing. Again, not a must, just showing you different variation combinations. And that's nothing to the power of the system. We can really create marketing tools and mail templates and drag and drop things and create my own logo and social medias and create this different template and go to my customers and shoot all my customers like a nice SMS or email or reminder or a greeting or a special that I have. Or really, like, the sky is not the limit. You can customize anything you want, like I told you. So if I go to customization, I can really customize columns, inventory, add, referred by, categories, location, services, templates. Like I showed you, you can do different templates. You can do different pages. You can add front and back pages, terms and condition, the message that will come to the customer. Best regards, thank you for considering doing business with us. On the invoice, thank you for doing business with us, whatever. Terms and conditions, do you want the images on your estimate? Yes, no. Do you want signatures on your estimate or invoice? Yes or no. Really, am I talking too much, by the way, or I'm kind of to the point still?
No, this is it's fine.
And for the end, just to show you, you have a chat box. So I don't know if I told you, you can chat with all your employees, timestamp. So you can text with them, they answer back from their phone, and so on and so forth. And then actions, you have action, you can create permission, who can see what. By default, guys, we give you full power, full permission, everything included for $25 a month. If you decide to remove permissions for people, you can do that yourself. And we don't play this game that, hey, look, let me onboard you with this amount, and then, oh, do you want email option? Okay, yes, that's $20 extra per user. You want a job option? Of course, that's another $10. And then I start ramping you up to $100 per user. I don't do this kind of tricks. Everything is included. Everything is built in. Again, just this clock-in feature will pay for itself and pay you back, just because the way people clock in is not exactly to the minute. And that's kind of what I want to show you. And even these shortcuts that you see that it's easy to get anywhere you want, you can customize it. So for example, if I use a lot of GPS and not calendar, and GPS is number 10, I can click here that I want this number 10. So now the GPS is here and the calendar is there. So every time I'm gonna open my shortcuts, the things that I like to use, each employee can have his own look and feel. And then I need my invoices, I click, I'm in my invoices. I need something else, I click, I'm there. If I want to create an estimate from scratch, I don't need to go to shortcuts and then go to estimates and then go to create estimate. If I really, from any point, I want to create an estimate, I just click on actions, create an estimate, for example, and boom, I start my estimate. I don't even need to click nothing. It's a one-step process. Almost anything you want to do is a one-step process. Is that kind of cool, guys, or what do you think?
It's got a lot of features. It certainly does.
Yeah. I mean, I know we're coming close to the 5 o'clock mark. Do you have time to talk about the pricing of this and the
Yeah.
because
yeah.
I know it's $25
I'm
per
gonna-
user, but that's if it's annually, right? So I think if it's monthly, it's more, correct?
Right. Now I'm gonna show you everything. Last thing I want to show you, 10 seconds from your time. We have video tutorials. Any member that log into the system, you have video tutorials, and he can see all the different modules. He can play, pause, try, play with the system, play, pause. He doesn't need to read articles and blogs until eventually he will understand the system. Just wanted to throw it out there so you know that it's easy kind of to operate the system. So that's it. I'm shutting up. Let's talk about completely different things. Okay, we have 5 minutes, so let's talk about that. Features, all the features included. Pricing, 2 different price modules. So you are right, 100%. $25 is per month when you pay annually. So you save 40% when you pay annually. If you go month to month, a lot of people go annually. That's why I always say $25, especially with organizations that have more than 2 employees. Just because it just makes more sense, right? Because $10 you save here for 1 member is $120 a year. Multiply that in 10, 15, 20 people. It doesn't make any sense to go with this plan. Again, it's your choice. I'm just saying 25 just because that's kind of the average approach. But if you go month to month, you pay a little bit more. If you go year-based, you pay $10 less. Is that answering your question about that? And we give you 14-day free trial, as many members as you want. Try it out, play with it, put it on your phone, dispatch people, make it crazy. You like it, continue with us. You don't like it, tell us, and then continue with us.
Understood. So I just want, is there a one-time, like, is there an initial like boarding fee? Like a lot of these other
Yes.
fleet management solutions, they'll also have a per user, number, 25 a month or 50 a month, but they'll say, initially the initial charge is $1,000 to set everything up. Is there something similar that you have?
Of course. So our onboarding fee, if you calculate it completely with the time that I need to put on you guys, it's totaling up to $0, and you can pay it in payments. No, I'm joking. There is no boarding fee. Again, look, my goal is that we join together. I see the long-term journey. I don't see the one-time $1,000 just to get you paid, and then you feel like you already paid, so you have to use the system or do all these tricks, because I believe I give a lot of value for a very good, decent amount. And I believe the system is paying itself easily. So, and we're doing all the right integration and giving all the businesses like the right tools to really manage their full fleets, including dispatch. And really, it's a no-brainer for this amount of money. So I don't see you leaving me because the value and the price I'm giving you, not because I'm locking you to a contract or I'm taking $1,000 and you feel like obligated, oh, I lost that, let me continue and see how it goes. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. No, try me out for free. If you like it, pay me a little bit just because I'm not a nonprofit organization. And as we grow, you can always add a member, add 2 members, remove a member, not a problem. And even if when you add a member, when you change your subscription and you add a member here, disregard this one because it's a demo. But now I have by default 20, I want to remove it to 10, or let's say I have 10 and I want to change to 11, I'm not gonna charge you or ask you for any payment right now. Next time on your next billing cycle, let's say it's on the 15th of the month, so I'm not even charging you immediately. On the 15th, you need to pay me, instead of 250, it's gonna be 275, whatever. It's gonna be another member. So you have another 2 weeks or so, or whatever time, maybe a month, until you even pay me that extra member that you're using right now and you're enjoying from day one. So we don't play this game. A lot of other companies, when you change this from 10 to 11, what happens is it basically you need to pay for all the 11 again. Even though I just paid for the 10 3 days ago, now I need another one. I need to pay again for all the 11, and that's super annoying. So even that tricks we don't do. again, there is a lot of tricks because I'm in this business for too long. So just so you know, on your end, we don't do any kind of games. It's a straightforward. Enjoy, try it. Thank you very much. I hope I answered all your questions.